up, guys? And this is Coaster International here, and in this video, me and my little sister Nishi will be telling you guys what our top 10 bucket list roller coaster attractions are for 2023. Okay, so let's start off with some honorable mentions. Up first we have Wonder Woman Golden Lasso Coaster. The reason this is not in my actual list is the park is all the way in Texas and we're on the East Coast, so I don't know if we'll ever be able to go all the way to Texas. But my dad said that he'll look into it. And one reason I put it on this list is that pacing looks insane. Like, if you look at the airtime hill after the Immelman, it looks like your legs will be dead. Here's a POV of that ride. Oh, hold on. Nishi, how do you feel about this roller coaster?
I've never seen the POV
Oh.
or anything, so I don't know.
This will be her first time seeing this roller coaster's POV. Alright, let's flip you guys around.
You can cut that part out and I'll do that.
Okay guys, so that ride just looks absolutely amazing. Just because RMC is amazing, and RMC with good pacing is so fun. Like, I did Iron Gwazi last summer. Right now it's my number one, but I tend to like roller coasters with great pacing. That's why Fury 325 is my number 2 right now. Now, next on the honorable mentions list is Iron Rattler, also at Six Flags Fiesta, Texas. It's an ad, just be patient right now. Let me tell you guys why I really want to ride Iron Rattler. One reason is because I feel like if we went to any Six Flags park that was like kind of far away, it could be Fiesta, Texas. And Wonder Woman Golden Lasso Coaster is also in Six Flags Fiesta, Texas. Oh, I forgot to ask you, how do you feel about Wonder Woman Golden Lasso Coaster, the previous roller coaster we did?
I would ride it.
What the John? That's not an opinion.
Well, I don't know.
Okay, she does not know. Even though that's like one of the strongest airtime and one of the most violent experiences you'll ever have on a roller coaster. Okay, well, there's a couple reasons why I want to ride Iron Rattler. One, it's one of the first RMCs. It's not the first one. I don't really want to ride New Texas Giant. I'd much rather ride Iron Rattler because they have 2 RMCs in that park instead of 1. And I'd rather go to a park that has 2 RMCs. And I'm a little bit RMC crazy if you guys haven't figured that out by now. And 2, this ride has some amazing drops. Like, the first drop is a twisted first drop. It goes down, it goes to the left, and then it goes back to the right. And also the drop off the cliff, or also known as the Quarry Wall, also looked fantastic. The only problem with this ride is it has some pacing issues on top of the Quarry Wall. So here's a POV of it. Okay, that's it for Iron Rattler, guys. I feel like it is a good roller coaster because it's RMC. There's not really any bad RMCs, but it definitely went slow over the cliff, and you guys should have been able to see that. So, how do you feel about Iron Rattler, Nishi?
I don't know.
Yeah, she's a GP. She's a general public.
What's that mean?
You're not a roller coaster enthusiast. But that is one of the older RMCs, so I mean, I'm not gonna complain. It was very good for its time. Alright, and now the last honorable mention is X2 at Six Flags Magic Mountain. This place is very far away. We're on the East Coast, that's on the West Coast. So we would have to completely cross America. Now, in my childhood, I don't think I'll be able to do that, but when I'm an adult, I might be able to. And if you guys know X2, you just know X2. There's nothing else I can say. It's just so insane. But we do not talk about the original version called X. That was just, I don't know what. I feel like Arrow should have done better in everything. Arrow is just very bad. I don't like Arrow. And also, if Carolyn sees this video, I just want you guys to know, if you guys get rid of Carolina Cyclone, you guys can put in an amazing roller coaster there. Okay, so here is an X2 POV. Guys, that roller coaster just looks absolutely insane. Like, I mean, some people do say that it's not a very good roller coaster because you have to sit in an inside seat in the back row and prepare yourself because this roller coaster is just like, it's so violent. And of course, it used to be an aero roller coaster, so it used to be very bumpy until SNS came in and redid it, which that made it so much better. But Edge and Nika is SNS one without arrows, so I feel like they would have made this roller coaster a lot better if SNS just started out making this. Okay, that was the last in the honorable mentions list. Um, at the number 10 spot for bucket list roller coasters is El Toro at Six Flags Great Adventure. Now, this roller coaster is just huge. It's a wooden roller coaster. It could be it might be bumpy. I don't really know. But this roller coaster is just so aggressive, it derailed. That's the crazy thing. And it valleyed. So you guys probably know about that. And then it's so aggressive it messed up the structure. So I'll just show you guys a POV and you will be able to tell because it is just so big, like a wooden roller coaster. I don't know if my family will like it that much. Like I think Nishi will, but my dad, he does not like wooden roller coasters at all. So comment down below if it's rough. And I mean, I don't like rough wooden roller coasters that much, but I think I can handle it for this. I mean, this ride just looks absolutely insane. Alright, Alright, that's it for El Toro. I mean, that roller coaster just looks absolutely insane. Thank goodness that they built this while Rolling Thunder was still there, because that Rolling Thunder airtime hill just looks absolutely insane. Now, I don't think I'm gonna go to any Six Flags parks anytime soon. Maybe next year we can go. Maybe next year our family could take a trip down to Atlanta so that we could go to Fun Spot Atlanta so that I can get some rides on Air Force One and Six Flags Over Georgia. But I don't know if that's gonna happen. But what is happening is not next year, but the year after that. Our family will probably take a trip around America. Now, my dad said we're not going to go to California because he doesn't want to drive a camper through the Rocky Mountains because that might be kind of hard. So, we're probably just going to go to Texas. But Texas has some amazing parks, like Six Flags Over Texas, Six Flags Fiesta Texas, and then I don't know if we can, but maybe we could go to Kentucky Kingdom so I can get some rides on Storm Chaser and Lightning Run. But yeah, that's uh that's it for that. Next on the bucket list is Akuge at Nagashima Spa-Land in Japan. I don't know when I'm gonna go to Japan. I don't know if that'll ever happen. But I had to put Hakuge on here because just look, it looks like El Toro if it was RMC'd. You guys just need to see the POV. It's just so aggressive. That's all it is, just aggressive. Now, there is one part of the ride that looks like it calms a lot. Like it's a lot calmer than the rest of the ride. It's this overbank turn, or not overbank. I don't even know what it is. It's kind of like a. I don't. I'm not. You just guys just need to see the POV. Oh, Nishi, how do you feel about um El Toro?
I told you, I don't know.
You don't know. You didn't even tell me anything about El Toro. Do you like?
But I don't know about anything.
Do you like wooden roller coasters, or are you just like? Do you just like steel roller coasters? Cause
I've never ridden a steel roller coaster.
yes, you have.
Oh yeah, I have.
You've
I
ridden
forgot about
most. How do you forget about Fury 325, Afterburn, Seven Dwarfs Mine Train,
that. I didn't forget about them. I forgot that it was steel.
Intimidator, Rock and Roll Roller Coaster, Copperhead Strike. My sister's just crazy. Bruh, there's like no POVs of Hukuli. Oh, because I spelled it wrong. Like, very wrong. But it should still be. Sorry, guys. I cannot spell today. Alright, here we go. I don't know why they would theme this to white whales, but, I mean, this roller coaster is just so big and aggressive. I mean, I'm not even playing. Alright, guys. I'm gonna fast forward the lift too, because alright guys, that's Hakugi at Nagashima Spa-Land. That ride just looks so big. I mean, it looks huge. Good job, RMC, on that. I mean, that roller coaster looks like it'll leave bruises on your thighs. The only bad thing about, well, I already told you guys that, but I don't know if you guys saw it in the POV, but it's like it's not a spaghetti bowl section, but it's in this like not enclosed, but uh, supports are like around you like this. They're not above you or below you. They're just around you. And those is like turn that went like this, and I don't really think it does anything with the ride. So if they put like some kind of like outer bank turn right there instead of it, that would have been so much better. Now, Nishi, what do you think about that?
I don't know anything.
Bruh. Well, you should know about this next ride that's on my bucket list.
What is it?
Kingda Ka.
Isn't that like the tallest?
Roller coaster in the world? Yeah.
Okay, I know that.
See, even GP know that. That's crazy. Now, the main reason I want to ride it is that launch just looks absolutely incredible. I don't really care about the height. I just want to go on that launch. Also, I wish I could have ridden Top Thrill Dragster when I went to Cedar Point back in 2018, but I didn't ride it because I was 8 and I was too scared. That just made me so, I regret that so much because they retired Top Thrill Dragster. So, in my next visit to Cedar Point, which is this summer, I won't be able to ride it. But at least I get to ride Steel Vengeance, Maverick, Millennium Force, I guess Magnum XL200. I don't really have too high expectations for Magnum just because it's aero. If you look at the transitions, like especially on the turnaround, that transition just looks terrible. And then the airtime hills are built like triangles. Like, bruh, that's weird. Well, let me show you guys a POV of Kingda Ka. You all know all these hydraulic launch coasters by Intamin. They're just like head back, arms down, hold on. I don't know why. You're not even going to listen to that. Like, as soon as it launches, you're going to have your arms up and just like, why? Okay. So, here's a POV of Kingda Ka. Nothing much to say. It's definitely an out and back coaster. I mean, you just go up, go down, and you hit the brakes. Good googly moogly, that ride just looks absolutely incredible. The only downside is the shoulder restraints, and Kingda Ka is just like it's it's mainly just the shoulder restraints. That's why I would have rather rode Top Thrill Dragster, because, I mean, there's not that much in a difference in between Top Thrill Dragster and Kingda Ka as far as speed and height. The main difference is the lap bars. I mean, the lap bars on Top Thrill Dragster just seem unsafe. They're so tiny. Like little T-bars, like this big, just going across your lap. And then Kingda Ka has just big, bulky shoulder restraints. What do you think about Kingda Ka? Would you ride that?
No, it's too scary.
Bruh. GP. That's how they are. Alright. Next on my bucket list is at another Six Flags park. None of them have been at Cedar Fair parks yet. That's crazy. Because, like, my family really likes Cedar Fair because, like, I mean, we get platinum passes at Carowinds sometimes. Or, like, because Carowinds is our home park. So we get platinum passes sometimes so that we can go to, like, Cedar Point, Kings Island, Kings Dominion. California's Great America, rest in peace. Knott's Berry Farm. Cedar Fair just has some really good coasters, but I haven't been to Six Flags Park just because it's not in the same chain as my home park. But next roller coaster is at another Six Flags Park. It's called Max Force. This roller coaster is at, what is it? I think it's Six Flags Great America? Hold on. Do you know, Nishi?
What do you think?
No. It is Great America. I don't know why I forgot that. I kind of just went blank for a second. You know how people do sometimes. You just can't remember even though you know. Alright, guys. Here's the POV. Okay, guys, that was Max Force. This roller coaster, main reason I want to ride that, again, is the launch. I mean, I guess the reason I really want to ride some intense launches is because at Carowinds, the only launch coaster we have is a Mock. And you know Mocks have, like, the worst launches in the whole roller coaster, or theme park industry. That roller coaster, I don't remember. I know that, it's either that or Dodorompa. They have the fastest acceleration. This one's acceleration to its top speed might be faster, but this one goes slower. So this one only goes 80 miles per hour, while Dodorompa goes 112, I think. I don't really remember, or 110 or something. But this one's acceleration might be faster, like 1.2 seconds or something like that. The only problem is it's such a short ride duration. But, I mean, it's that inversion after the world's largest double inversion just looks so amazing because it's taken at very high speeds. I think it's the world's fastest inversion. Next on my list is the first GCI on this list, also known as Great Coasters International. It's Thunderhead at Dollywood. I'm actually going to Dollywood this summer, so I can hopefully get some rides on it. And, of course, get some rides on Lightning Rod. But Lightning Rod's like the most unreliable roller coaster ever built. So I really don't know if I'm gonna be able to ride it. But here's Thunderhead. Guys, that ride just looks absolutely amazing. Mainly because I've only ridden one GCI currently, which is Mystic Timbers. And I don't really remember Mystic Timbers. So I think we're going back to Kings Island this summer, but I'm not root. My parents haven't told me because I didn't want any spoilers. So like I just want to be surprised when I go. So I'm not sure what to think about that. But that's all I have to say. Next roller coaster on this list, you guys might know it because people passed out all the time on it. We went, our family went here in 2018 also, and I got some rides on Twisted Timbers, the new 2018 RMC hybrid, and it was a very good ride. But it's not on my bucket list because I remember what that does. Well, not remember. I just know that I've ridden other RMCs like Iron Gwazi, and it'll probably feel kind of like that. So that's why it's not on this bucket list. Instead of Twisted Timbers, we have I-305. This ride just looks, the pacing on it looks insane. Like, if you guys look at, after the drop, you're on ground level pretty much, and you go through, wait, what?
I'm gonna go get a snack. You keep doing your thing.
Okay, well, you're on ground level. You take this turn at like 90 miles per hour, and it just looks like an incredible ride. And oh, I forgot to talk about the snip snaps. You're just constantly going like this, and that just seems amazing. Let me shut the door. I'll be back. Okay, here is a POV of Intimidator 305 at King's Dominion.
It was our first time in Kyoto.
We stayed in a room in Takashi's home.
We wanted to go to a nice sushi restaurant. Takashi was like, I can teach you.
That's where the sushi party started.
That's it for Intimidator 305.
I got some blueberries.
So that ride just looks so aggressive. I don't understand how that type of roller coaster was even allowed in that time that it was built. Like, it pulls around 5 Gs after the drop, and that will make you pass out a lot of times. How do you feel about that?
I don't know.
Will you ride it?
Maybe.
She's scared of passing out, so she doesn't know she'll ride it.
Alright, fine, you can have the blueberries too.
Alright. Next on this bucket list, I know I've already ridden it, but it's still a roller coaster that I don't really remember. It's the second GCI on this list. It's Mystic Timbers. Now, some people might not know a lot about this ride, so I'm gonna show POV. But I am kind of running out of time, so I'm trying to move faster. I'm gonna fast forward to the top of the list too. Alright. Here's the POV. What's in the shed, guys? I'm not gonna spoil it, so. I mean, when this ride was first getting built, Kings Island kept on teasing us. They would be like, what's in the shed? So, I feel like most of you guys probably already wrote it, but I'm still not gonna spoil that. Next ride on this list is Lightning Rod at Dollywood. I've been to Dollywood before, but it was in, do you remember what year that was?
What?
Do you remember what year we went to Dollywood?
I'm not good with years.
I think it was, oh my gosh. I think it was 2020 or 2021. Because I don't really remember. Comment down below what year they retracked Lightning Rod with the iBox track. Because we went during the retrack process. That's why I didn't get on it. Now, I know they slowed this ride down a lot, but it still looks like an amazing ride. So, here's the POV. Bruh.
It always tastes great. Black summer.
Being great means turning failure into fuel.
Okay. Oh, I don't even need to fast forward the chain lift because for some reason I forgot. It was the first launch wooden roller coaster ever built. Okay, you guys might be thinking, why does he want to ride Lightning Rod even after they slowed down the launches? Well, it's because it used to be many people's #1 roller coaster, So I just want to experience it, and the quadruple down looks absolutely amazing. That's only two reasons. Alright. Next ride on this list, I have ridden before, but I don't remember what it was. My dad, well, you guys might know this ride for being short, just like her. And, I mean, this ride when I rode it, I didn't think it was that intense. Well, no, that's not it. My dad thought it was so intense, and he knew that if I could ride that, I could ride Gatekeeper, but for some reason, I was scared of all B&Ms, because they just look bigger to me and more intimidating. So when I was a GP, I wouldn't get on any B&M roller coasters. So that made me, well, I didn't really know how intense Maverick was until this next visit to Cedar Point this summer. Do you want to ride Maverick, Nisha?
Yes, I want to ride Maverick. I'm trying to ride every ride in Cedar Point except Top 3 Dragons.
But it's closed. So.
Because it's closed. And
Now, the first drop on Maverick in the back row has to be insane. And then I love the Stangle dives. We have a Stangle dive at Carowinds on Copperhead Strike. And I remember Maverick Stangle dives I remember them being pretty intense, but I don't really remember them. So I'm just gonna put on the people feed. Now you guys might be thinking, why does he want to ride Maverick? And I was just like, oh, never mind, I don't know. Okay, that's Maverick, guys. The only downside to that ride is, why isn't there a Heartline roll? Okay, so we're running out of time, so we're just gonna run through this really quick. Nishi, what is our number one bucket list roller coaster?
Steel Vengeance.
Okay, I've ridden Iron Gwazi. It's my number one. I loved it. There's a lot of positives and laterals, but I love airtime more than a lot of stuff. So, Steel Vengeance might be like my number one after my trip to Cedar Point. You guys probably don't even need a POV of Steel Vengeance. You guys already know how intimidating and huge this roller coaster looks and how amazing of a ride it is. Many people say that Iron Gwazi is better than Steel Vengeance, but I feel like all the head choppers going through the wood and not being able to see anything has to be one of the scariest experiences on any roller coaster. Let me fast forward the chain lift. Well, there's a pre-lift section right here. I don't know if you guys want to see that. And then you have like the loudest chain lift on for any coaster manufacturer on RMCs. Okay. That was my number one and probably Nishi's number one bucket list roller coaster right there. I'm not really sure. Now, guys, Steel Vengeance has the most airtime in the world on any roller coaster with a little bit over 27 seconds of airtime. That is absolutely insane. And then the top hats, like the Outer Bank Hills, just amazing, incredible. I experienced one on Iron Gwazi and it was amazing. However, Iron Gwazi's has more laterals with the transition of being banked like this and then flipping outwards like this and then flipping back inwards. Steel Vengeance has more sustained ejector airtime where it just banks out instead of banking in, then out, then back in. Now, Nishi, what do you think about Steel Vengeance?
I really want to ride it.
Anything else?
No.
Oh, GPs, I'm telling you. Well, thanks for watching our top 10 bucket list roller coasters. It was a longer video than I was expecting, but it's fine because I love RMC a bunch. I love Cedar Fair a bunch. And Cedar Fair won't work with RMC or Intamin, the best two roller coaster manufacturers, in my opinion. I mean, it's just kind of annoying, Cedar Fair. Come on, like, why? Like, you used to be so good. Like, just imagine, like, when Cedar Fair was in its prime, they were building, like, Top Thrill Dragster, Millennium Force, and Maverick. For me, Top Thrill Dragster and Maverick are some of the best Intamins. Now, Millennium Force, not that good. It's not that forceful. I don't think, because I haven't ridden it. Because I was scared of heights when I was 8. But Top Thrill Dragster and Maverick, very forceful, especially the launch of Top Thrill Dragster. And Maverick's airtime looks incredible, and the laterals also. And then they built Steel Vengeance, and then stopped working with RMC. Like, they built a lot of people's number one roller coaster, and then stopped working with RMC. And now there's not going to be that much more number one roller coaster. Anyways, thanks for watching this video, guys. This is Coasters International with Nishi, my little sister, signing out.